Championship bronze medalists, Jwala Gutta and Ashwini Ponnappa. Well, I said at the start of the match I was a little surprised by the team selection as far as women's doubles is concerned, breaking up their regular formation, the Thailand team management, given the fact that this pair of Duanganonga Rungkison and Saratri Makarapai had lost against Hong Kong. Women's first doubles, I thought was perhaps a bit of a risk, but then India's team selection for the second women's doubles surprised me as well. Well, all credits to the Indian team management. They knew that with their two top singles players selected for the doubles, it had to be this order of the top two singles and then the women's doubles. And when you looked at the team sheets, you had to think that the three first matches were the best three chances for India, and in a way they're bankers, if they had bankers, and therefore it was a stroke of genius really, I suppose, the team selection and the way that the Indian players have performed this evening, when in the words of Morton Frost, Saina Nehwal played better than he's ever seen her play before. And all the Indian players so far in this tournament have risen to the occasion. Well, they know that they will top the group, but in the group stage you have to complete all 5 matches, and therefore the last 2 matches will be contested, the third women's singles and the second women's doubles. Richard Kaufman will be guiding you through those last 2 matches along with Morton Frost. I'll see you tomorrow, but enjoy the rest of the badminton this evening.
Yeah, thank you to Jill Clark. 3 wonderful performances from India. So thanks to Jill Clark, I'm Richard Kaufman now alongside Morton Frost, and that does make pretty reading, doesn't it, for the host nation. India wins for Saina Nehwal, PV Sindhu, and now for Jwala Gutta and Ashwini Ponnappa. Straight games throughout. India have taken home advantage and they've used it ever so well. So they can't be caught. PC Talasi and of course Saina and PV still to come on in what is a very experimental women's doubles pairing. But nothing that Busanan Ongboom Rungpan can do in this next women's singles match to help her nation's cause. 3-0, as Gilles was saying, being the group stages, we carry on right the way through the 5 rubbers. So next up, it's PC Talasi up against Busanan Ongboom Rungpan. Well, here come the players, and what a lovely situation for PC Talasi. And what an important win this is for India. As has already been spoken about, it now means they will be seeded in the quarter-final draw as the winners of this group. The victories over Canada, Hong Kong, and now a guaranteed win over Thailand as well. But another young Thai women's singles prospect here in Busanan Ongboom Rungpan. But I know, Morton, you and Jill have been talking about selections a lot, but isn't that the beauty of these team events? As a manager and as the head coaches, you have a chance to affect the outcome.
Absolutely, this is where the coaches and managers really earn their money. Yeah, of course, it's also about creating good players, but you know, when we come to these team matches, it's all these facilities, you have all these options to play, and that's the beauty. But I think, you know, the Indian team is a little bit limited in its options. They have 3 very, very good entries, and we've seen all 3, and they come through tonight, and India's up 3-0.
And being a top singles player, what do you think about, and obviously we're on the women's singles here, the fact that you've got two best singles players playing together?
I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's a good choice. It's a very good option. I think definitely they can win it. So so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, because it then can possibly come 4 good entries. But anyway, let's concentrate on this Thai right now. And there she is, just 18 years of age, Busanan Ongbu Murungpan, world rank number 17, a former world junior champion. Already has 2 Grand Prix gold titles to her name, one in the last couple of years. Most recently, she got to the final of the quarterfinals of the Asian Badminton Championships, lost in 3 games to a certain PV Sindhu. And she had a thrilling first round match at the All England where she lost 22-20 in the 3rd game to Lee Shuei. So she's
very capable.
Yeah, very capable player. And here she is just warming up against her opponent, PC Talasi. 23-year-old, lower ranked than 2 of the other girls in the squad. She's at 65. Pantanawani is at 54, Tanvilad at 57, but she's in ahead of them and she's performed pretty well so far. 28 minutes is all she needed against Brittany Tam of Canada, and she came from a game down to win yesterday against the Hong Kong opponent. Won some matches this year, as you can see, and she's lost as many. Quarter-finalist at the Malaysia Grand Prix Gold, as good a run as she's had. So here is the umpire, Shui Yin of Hong Kong. And the service judge from Mauritius is Sadiawan Mahadu. So it's a nice situation, really, I suppose, Morton, for PC Talasi to be in here. You know, pressure's off. She can go out and give it a go against a player obviously ranked a lot higher than her.
Yes, but I would hate it.
Really?
Yes.
But that's because you still are, I reckon, an ultra competitor.
Yes. I want to be able to play for something. Obviously, I play for pride, but I want to play for the team. I want to win.
You always first singles, though, so you never had that problem.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's true.
on my right, China.
But you would have hated being third singles,
Oh,
wouldn't you?
I would have hated it.
Because we've got Lin Dan playing, haven't we,
on my
later
left,
Yeah.
this evening on the other court here tonight. He's not used to it either, is he?
No, but what we
India
have to
to
say
serve.
is as soon as we get into the knockout
Level.
stages, these
Play.
2 last matches would not have been played. You know, 3-0
Yeah.
decisive, that's enough.
Yeah.
So, but in these group stages, all matches have to
service
be played.
over.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because that they still have to play it tonight, because we now know that it's India first, Thailand second in the group.
Yeah, and it makes no difference whether it's 3-0, 4-0 or 5-0 or 3-2 or whatever.
Yeah, so
It makes no difference.
theoretically they could stop now if they wanted.
Could, yes, they could, but according to the rules, group matches are always finished, all 5 matches.
Start from PC Talasi here.
That's a very good rally for her.
Service over. 1-4. Service over.
Well, India have never got beyond the quarterfinals. Now that they're going to be seeded
2-1.
in the quarterfinal, what an opportunity for them to achieve things here this week.
Fantastic opportunity. But the funny thing is that it's a draw, isn't it?
Yes.
So they could time again.
They could,
Service
yeah.
over.
And I don't think they'd mind, would they?
2-all.
No, I still think that Thailand will be you know, a very strong team from the second tier. You know.
Yeah, no, I understand. You think any issues will be sorted?
Yeah, let's see how it goes. That will be decided tomorrow when all the group matches are finished.
Yeah, but it's true. It's Boom Rungpan there puts away an easy smash. It is interesting what they've done with the women's doubles partnerships. It's not like they haven't got any partnerships there to use.
No, definitely not.
Enjoyed the win for Ashwini Ponnavara and Jwala Gutta before, didn't they, those coaches for India?
Yeah. It's
service over.
Such a thrill, not only winning the doubles, but securing the 3-0 lead for the country is obviously massive for them, and very understandably that's to be celebrated.
It's good for the tournament as well. The Indian fans hopefully will flock in for the knockout stages.
5-3.
But another good young Thai player here, isn't there? Obviously, we've saw the current world junior champion, didn't we, early this afternoon, playing for Japan.
Yes.
And here is a former world junior champion in the shape of Busanan Bumrungpan.
Yeah, Thailand has done a remarkable job in the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years in terms of junior badminton, and it's really coming through. It's unbelievable how many girls they suddenly produce. I wouldn't say out of nowhere, but they come in leaps and bounds.
Well, you know, she's a world junior champion, of course. Ratchanok and Pornzib are both
the same.
won it as well.
Service over.
Yeah, it's a little conveyor belt going, isn't it?
That's the word. That was the word I was looking for.
I don't know it in Danish.
No, I won't go there. You've got no choice. There might be a tall order for Tulasi here.
When you've got 3 players like Thailand have got ranked inside the top 17 of the world rankings, they should have a strong team.
Yep, and that's also why they seeded 3.
Yeah, I think Ratchanok, I saw some quotes from her saying that she doesn't feel 100%, and she certainly didn't. I mean, you've got to give credit to Saina Nehwal. I know you were very impressed, but it's difficult to know sometimes how much is one affected by the great player, the player at the other end, or is it you that's not feeling completely at the races?
Yeah, it's usually a combination between the two, isn't it?
Service over. 9-5.
I mean, it's something you obviously were able to cope with because you were up there for such a long period, Morten. But for these young girls that are 18, as Busanan is here, it's great on the way up, but
10-5.
to stay there, you know, you win a world championship, you achieve a huge goal.
Yes.
To then go, right, I'm going in at training again the next morning, and to keep going.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing, isn't it?
It is, but that's where the ambitions kind of have to kick in, because, you know, one thing is winning it once, but it's all about putting your name to as many trophies and as many times as possible.
Yeah, because we've got two wonderful players who are able to do that here
11-5
this week in the men's game, haven't we?
Lindan and Lee Jung-wei.
Yeah. But it's been pretty straightforward for Busanan Ongboom Rungpan. I mean, PC Thanasi has played some nice badminton in amongst it, but it is the Thai golfer, Thai shuttler who leads 11-5. Nice 6-point advantage for Busanan. A lot of the crowd have actually, that were here, have seen enough. They've seen India win, and one or two of, I would say around half the crowd that were here have actually left. Certainly the noise levels have gone down a tad.
11-5.
It seems like all the drums are disappearing. The noise level is coming down. India has won 3-0 so far.
Yeah, the way things are going here, though, you can get the feeling it'll be back to 3-1.
12-5.
Yeah, it's a tall order, as I said just before, for Tulasi. I think she will find it difficult to follow pace. The Thai girl is definitely playing at a lot higher pace than what she can cope with, but let's see how it goes. And that cross-court smash she loves. We've already seen it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it's almost, you're watching her, it's almost like watching a textbook photo, isn't it, almost? She has that same action, this here, just there.
Yeah. Very nice.
14-5.
Well, the president of the Thailand Badminton Association saying that, you know, what separates her really in terms of talent and Ratchanok is experience. They think she's as good as she is. Deflation of atmosphere, that's for sure, inside the Series 4 sports complex.
Deflated.
Although the arrival of, I think, Saina and PV Sindhu together might raise things again a little.
Oh yes, surely the crowd that stayed is definitely looking forward to seeing them playing doubles. A very unusual combination, but a very interesting and exciting combination, I think.
I suppose you've got to look at what is there for them, and the pairings that they've put out so far just haven't performed, have they? So it's worth experimenting.
It is, and I think they know that when they play the two singles players, they will be stronger than that doubles they played so far. And obviously, had they been in a situation where it was 2-all, then obviously it would be nice to have the strongest possible second doubles playing.
So 17-5, it's been a very one-sided affair. PC Thanasi started nicely, but I think she's lost a little bit of belief as shot after shot has gone past her.
Service over.
Well, that ended a run
6,
of 9 straight points for the Thai player. That's long.
That was really well defended.
Yeah, a little bit of luck in there as well.
Not
but
completely on
9-17.
purpose.
no. But some resistance. 4 points in a row here from Talasi.
That's it.
10-17.
It's good. She's taking it to double figures.
Short as well. Well, 9 in a row for one, followed by 5 in a row for the other.
Yeah, almost evened it out. But it's good for Talasi and her confidence, and hopefully, you know, when she gets onto the other side, it will give her the confidence to play a good game, and she will be playing against the drift, and that will be an advantage for her as well. So maybe, you never know what second game can offer.
A little bit of a disservice to her, actually. It's 6 points in a row.
That's nice.
Service over.
But there it ends.
18-11. Service over. 12-18. Service over.
And
19-12.
the second half of this first game is definitely much better play than when Busanen took those 9 points in a row. That was kind of upsetting the whole game plan. Good shot again.
Yeah.
Service over.
We might be in for a very good second game.
13-19.
Yeah, possibly so. I was saying she was losing a bit of confidence, but she's got it back again.
She's got it back.
It's 10
Service
points
over.
for Busanan on
20
Boomerang.
game point 13. Service over.
16 points remaining, of course, for the Thai player.
Very good shot, very steep. Good smash.
Yeah, super.
15-20.
Definitely one of the more difficult shots in the book.
But there we
First
go.
game won
First
by
game
Thailand,
goes the way of Busan
21-15.
Hongboom Rungpan, and Thailand have their first game on the board in this clash against India. Will they have their first point on the board? Well, it looks likely. We will see. Could be tighter in the second. 21-15 to the Thai player in the first. Obviously, Morton, we keep our eye on what's going on elsewhere, and an interesting clash going on court 4, where France are playing Russia, kind of winner takes all, winner into the quarterfinals, and France are 2-1 up.
They had a massive win last night, beating Chinese Taipei.
That's right, and they're 2-1 up against Russia here, which would be a surprise as well.
Again, they have played so well in this tournament, the French team.
Yeah, and their men's singles man, Tommy Roussel, is leading Anton Ivanov as well in the first 20 points to 9. So they're looking good to maybe get that third and decisive rubber and be in the quarterfinals. France.
Never done that before.
No.
Never.
That would be one of the big upsets, or maybe the only upset in terms of group stages this week. France getting to the quarterfinals. Obviously, we'll try and keep you updated with that.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20
So,
seconds.
straightforward so far for Busanan Ongboom Rungpan against PC Thalasi. That 9-point stretch she had eased her through to that 21-15 first game win. But as Morton was suggesting, maybe with the change of ends, it might not be quite so straightforward for her here.
No, time will
Second
tell.
game. Love all. Pay.
But there are definitely these chances in favor of Tulasi, I think, here. She can perhaps play an even
One
better
love.
game than what she did in the first.
Two love.
Thalasi came from a game down when she won against Chan Hoon-young of Hong Kong. 21-16, 21-7 she won in the final 2 games. It was a very comfortable win for her against the Canadian Brittany Tam.
Service over. 1-2.
Good play by Tulasi, that's going out.
Busanan played it.
Yeah, I don't think
2-4.
she should have done that. A very good pace and chasing her opponent around on the court very well here.
Service over. 3-2.
And then you get such a good
Busanan?
reply.
You think? You like?
Good smash down the line.
What? 4-2.
So Tulasi really has to watch out now. nice, I think.
Yeah.
The train is running, the bus is going, whatever you say.
5-2.
She's got to get on the bus and on the train, and it's got to be now. Otherwise, Busanen is really just running away.
Yeah, and she's picking up. I mean, that was 2 almost identical points she won there.
Yeah.
Look from Talati to the umpire just to check that there wasn't a racket crossing the net there.
Yeah.
We'll get a good angle of it here, won't we?
Let's see, let's see. It's very difficult.
It's very quickly done in front of the umpire. I have to say, looking at that, I think her racket did cross, but nothing that I'm certain about.
The racket definitely did cross the net.
But I'm saying it's at the point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's where the contact is.
Yeah.
And it's a contact on your own side, and you follow through. That's perfectly okay.
We'd have to freeze it, wouldn't we, at the point of contact? Absolutely, mate. Seeing some fine touches, aren't we, from the 18-year-old here.
7-3.
There's a style, isn't there, to the Thai players. There's a real gracefulness to the way they play badminton. I know it's not really good to generalise, but
but there is. I absolutely, completely. I'm with you. I understand what you're saying. They really have a very, very nice touch when they play.
4-7.
Good wrist action, isn't it?
It is. But also it's all about the movement, and it's like a ballet dancer in many ways. They really have this fluent footwork and nice skills. It just comes together.
Service over. 8-4.
Showing Pontip and Ratchanok how it's done here, isn't she, Busanen? Obviously different type of opponent.
Yes, it was. But I can't help thinking that, you know, are they sure that they played the best girl for that second singles? Is Busanen better than Pontip at the moment?
Yeah.
You know, that's, but obviously the coaches, they know, and they make I'm sure, a good decision on it.
9-4.
It's also a matter of if they have to move Busanen up, then obviously they have to have another one in the third singles, and that means that Pontip is out.
Yeah, I think that's
the
more
ranking system.
Yeah, I think that's more to the thinking, isn't it?
10-4. Service over. 5-10.
Nichan Jindapon is ranked 15 in the world.
They definitely had an option.
Winning a couple of the tournaments last year as well. She is definitely an option for them.
Yeah.
That's right in the corner.
Service over. 11-5 in the bowl.
It just shows a very good strength in the Thailand team. Imagine you just leaving out number 15 in the world.
Well, the world rank number 17 is going along nicely, isn't she? 11-5 up in the second game here, already game to the good.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
Instructions, but
Court 1, 20 seconds.
I think given the way things are going, she's got it worked out. So 27 minutes on court so far, and Busanan Hongboom Rungpan here is
11-5.
getting close to
Pay.
a very good performance to go with what should be a victory.
Service over. 6-13.
Now point back for PC Talasi. I can't help thinking whenever I say her name that, of course, where I'm from, PC means Police Constable. But obviously, PC here stands for Putumprayil Chandrika,
Service over.
which is her name. But I'm glad she shortened it to
14,
PC, really.
6.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes it easier for the commentary, doesn't it, really?
It is. We need that. Especially I need that.
I want to hear you give the Thai girls their full names.
I was at all when Jill was going on just an hour ago, giving all the names. She was just coming up with one after the other, and I thought, I can never do that.
Yeah. It's just wide from Talasi.
15-6.
Interesting, isn't it? She, you know, I thought she was asking to challenge there. She actually wants to have
A new shuffle.
yeah. I be, you know, especially when I was watching, well, not commentating. Every time thinking about a challenge, they look to the coaches.
They always do.
Just to tell them whether they should or not. Really, it should be.
It should be their own decision.
Service over.
Because they probably got a better view than the coaches
7-15.
sat in the corner. You know, they're out there on the court.
Yeah, no, they have a much better view and awareness at the time when the shuttle is struck and they see where it's landing and all that. They have a much better awareness.
Service over.
And one of those tight angled net shots from
16-7.
Busanan there.
Service over.
She likes to play that shot.
8-16.
Understandable, but a mistake this time. Again.
Service over. 17-8.
It's So hard to defend against, isn't it?
It is.
And it's a massive lead. Surely an unassailable one here for Buchanan.
The idea was great.
18,
From Thalasi.
8. Service
Well
over.
played.
Yes. So many
9,
players would have lifted
18.
that one. She avoided the temptation and blocked it back.
Service over. 19, 9.
So now it's only 2 points away from victory for Thailand.
Service over. 10, 19.
Match points are coming up
Service
now.
over. 20, match point, 10.
Well, there we go. A really classy performance, it has to be said there, from Buchanan Ongboom Rungpan. She played some wonderful array of shots throughout that match. And, well, quality told with a
Match won by
21-15,
Thailand,
21-10 victory over PC
21-10.
Thanasi. It can't help her team out. Of course, she came into this match with the overall tie at 3-0, but she's shown what she's capable of. That's the winning point, and a lovely way to finish it. So the former world junior champion comfortably coming through that one. Women's doubles to come, with India winning 3-1. It was a decent start to the match from Thalasi, but there was always just too much in the locker from the 18-year-old Thai. Yeah, she's a lovely player to watch, isn't she? A couple of those. A 9-point run in that opening game that led to a 21-15 opening set. Thanasi did come back at her as well at one point in that set, had a run of 6 points in a row of her own. And in the second game it was even more lopsided, really. terrific touch. And then points coming up here for the Thai player. Stretching Tilasi one side of the court, then the other. And it's the winning shot. Well, while we're waiting for the women's doubles, I can tell you France are 2 points away from the quarterfinals. Thomas Roussel 19-14 up in the second game, having taken the first 21-9 against Anton Ivanov of Russia.
And now he's got 6 match points.
So it's 3-1 overall to India. A little bit of joy for Busananongboom Rungpan in that fourth rubber, the third of the women's singles against PC Talati. But you can see what we got coming up next. A couple of scratch pairings, and who would have thought we'd see PV Sindhu and Saina Nehwal together this week? Well, they are. They're taking on Kunchala Varavici-Chaiko and Saspari Teratanachai.
Next match report on second women's doubles.
Well, we saw
Thailand, represented by
Kunchala's partner out in that first women's doubles match, the world number 12 pair of Kunchala Varavici-Chaiko and Duanganon Runkasom split. So it's Kunchala alongside Saspari here to take on Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu. It looks like they're going to go and enjoy themselves.
I'm sure that will happen. I'm sure they're actually looking forward to it.
Yeah, the thing is, you look at it, it is a good experiment, and it's interesting to see how it goes. But when it comes to the quarterfinals and potentially a semi-final, one would think if they are going to rely on this, the girls are going to have a couple of tough women's singles to play.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the end of the week as well, they're going to feel it in their legs, aren't they?
Yeah, but that's how it goes. That's possibly an option they have to play in order to stay in competition. So that's obviously what they will do. And possibly die with the shoes on, as we say in Denmark. I don't know if you have an expression.
I know
like
what
that.
I know what you mean, though. Okay, well, as I say, they're a scratch pairing. So too are the Thai girls as well. Kunchala Varavici-Chaiko and Saspari, partner Teratanachai. So we're not going to learn too much from our graphics about these players, apart from their age, really. Kunchala, of course, 7 years the senior, at the age of 29. But of course,